Hi everyone, it's Laura Batts. Welcome to my second How to Deadlift video. If you're watching this, that means you've already watched my first video, How to Deadlift for Beginners. If not, please go back and watch that. I'm going to put a link up here for you right now so you can find it with ease. I'm also going to link it in the description below. So, you already know how to control the bar, how to lift the weight up and place it back down. You know where to place your feet in relation to the barbell. So you've got that covered. This is for people that are now ready to take the next step. You're ready to use the big girl plates, as I like to call them, not the big boy plates. So the 20 kilo discs. Even if you feel like you've sort of mastered the technique and you want to use the bigger weights, but that just the whole 60 kilos seems too heavy, then if you have a straight, thicker barbell in your gym that you can use with the 20 kilo plates, that's fine as well. Today I'm going to show you conventional deadlift. I will just quickly mention I actually am a sumo deadlifter, and that's because, I don't know if it's obvious, so I'll explain. My hips are actually really quite high set for my body, so my legs are proportionately a lot longer, and that means that I find sumo deadlift a lot comfier and a lot more natural for me. So also bear that in mind if I look a little uncomfortable. But I always suggest that people master conventional deadlift first, even if you've got long legs. I just think it's a really good starting point. Obviously, you would have warmed up by the time you're putting on the big plates. So if you haven't done that, please do warm up. I'm going to link that here as well for you. What I do before any deadlift session, any leg day. So just do a few sets with just the barbell. You're just going to grab the barbell however you've been taking it for now. In a bit I'm just going to talk you through deadlift grip variations. And just make sure that you're nice and warmed up. And yeah, let's get the plates on. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk to you about today are grip variations. So chances are you've just been grabbing the bar like this, which is absolutely fine. So that is an overhand grip because your hand's going over the barbell. The most common deadlift grip, the most popular, is called an over-under grip. So that means that one hand goes over and then one hand comes under. So you've got a palm facing towards you and a palm facing away from you. And what that does, it actually allows you to lift more weight. The barbell is a lot more secure in your grip. And what most people tend to do is that they'll rotate that with every set. So you'll do one set, for example, I started with my right hand going over, so now I'm going to rest. And then for my next set, my left hand's going to go over, and my right hand's going to come under. And we're going to set the weight down between each rep as well. Now that we're lifting heavier, we're really getting into it. Lock out, lower the weight down. If you need to reset, then do. And when I say reset, I mean get yourself back into your ideal starting position. That's what resetting is called. You'll hear that a lot. So that's the most common form of deadlift grip, and that's what I recommend you start using because As you just have this grip, you'll find you might feel like the bar's slipping a little bit. I also really recommend that you use chalk and you don't use straps for deadlift. I've said it. The thing is with chalk, it will just help your hands grip, and then as you're lifting, you are building up grip strength, which is a great, a great benefit, a great asset to have, right? With straps, you're relying on the straps to basically keep the barbell there in your hand, and you don't actually build grip strength. Now, especially if you want to get into powerlifting and go to meets and compete, most, if not all, federations don't allow straps. Maybe like in your local gym, they will, but it's just best just to not even use them. And trust me, because I've gone down that route and I had to just build my grip strength up from zero basically. Not worth it. The other grip variation that you will hear being talked about is hook grip. And this is basically where so it looks like it's an overhand grip, but your thumb's going to come under the bar, and then your fingers are going to go around it. And you're kind of going to do like a little twist to really kind of lock your thumb in place. Yeah, that one's not great with acrylics, by the way. I wouldn't worry too much about trying hook grip, that's quite an advanced level. And I think why do people do hook grip? I did hook grip for a while because I thought it kind of looked cool, and I liked that it was symmetrical, because a lot of people worry about imbalances as they do an over-under. But I think as long as you remember to rotate between each set, you're going to be fine. Like, don't overthink it, don't worry too much. So yeah, so basically, in summary, let's start with the over-under grip to allow yourself to lift more weight, because it's a stronger, more secure grip variation. And make sure you put the barbell, you let the barbell touch the ground. You take a second to make sure that you're in the correct starting position to then lift the weight back up. Okay, we're really focusing on form and technique now that we're getting into bigger weights. Now let's talk about pulling the slack out of the bar. Now you may or may not have heard of this, but this is one other step for you to do before you lift the weight off the ground, okay? So basically, although it looks like it's like a straight metal bar, there will always be like a little bit of slack, right? You've got an actual deadlift bar, they're super flexible, but especially for us that are using regular squat bars, Olympic bars in our gyms, this really helps. So this is what pulling the slack out of the bar will look like. So I'm getting myself in position, gripping the bar, and then, do you see that? I'm just pulling on the bar to get the slack. And as I do that, I'm also coming back into my deadlift a bit more. So it's like my hips are coming back. And if the barbell wasn't there, right now, I would fall backwards. And that's where you want to be when you're starting your deadlift. So let me show you what that looks like without speaking over it. So that's your second tip. Start learning and trying to remember to pull the slack out of the bar. So we've gone over grip variations, we've gone over pulling the slack out of the bar, we've spoken about resetting between each rep, so make sure that you put the weight back down, pull the slack out, lift, take take the bar all the way down again, reset your position, pull the slack out, lift. It's nice and monotonous. You've just got to remember all of your cues. That's about it really. The last thing I will talk about is using a weightlifting belt. Don't feel like you're not strong enough and you don't deserve to use a weightlifting belt right now. When I put anything more than this on, I use my weightlifting belt. With a belt you can brace against it. I've got another video, I'm going to put that link up here, on how to brace against your weightlifting belt and your powerlifting belt. And it will keep your core even stronger, even tighter, and it will allow you to also lift more weight. So invest in a good one. Why not? You know, this whole thing, like lifting weights, working out, making the gym a priority, it's all an investment in you, and sometimes the equipment is worth it as well. You know, there's a lot of gear that isn't worth it, but a weightlifting belt is. So, there you have it. That's how to up your deadlift game. With that, I hope it was useful. I hope you learned something. Let me know in the comments what video you'd like to see next. Would you like to see a how to sumo deadlift tutorial? Because I quite like to show you that. That is my favourite. Sumos are my jam. Yeah, let me know. And until then, happy deadlifting.